Hello everybody, this is your coach Andrea Dickerson here with IOwnADaycare.com, where we connect childcare business owners with proven management solutions. For today's proven management solution, I want to talk to childcare business owners about ways that they can train their teachers fast. So if you're interested in finding out how to train your teachers really fast, then give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and let's get started. Well, as you guys can see, I am here in my office in my blueprint area. We are currently excited about the all new add-ons that's going inside of the blueprint course. As you can see behind me, there's several physical products that are a part of the blueprint course that's included. And today I'm going to give you some of the sneak peeks behind these products. We have a program called Jumpstart Blueprint Membership Continual Ed. And in this program is where I walk my students through a system every single month. And our system this month is all about classroom management and one of my proprietary systems called Classroom Manager Binder. All right, and so I'm gonna give you a little template. So I got one right here for you. So grab pen and paper because I'm gonna walk you through my classroom management binder system. Now, this is a template. It is not the full content. It's not all the content that you need inside of the binder. There's loads more. As a matter of fact, that binder is located like right there, that red one, that's the real one. But I did create something just to give you guys a little sneak peek and to give you some information so that you can get started. Now, if you feel as if you want to work in this blueprint course, then go to www.jumpstartblueprint.com. So, all right, grab your pen and paper because here we go. Here's my template binder. I do not recommend these type binders, okay? I recommend that you get a binder that has a clear cover so that you can drop in the cover page so that when you are walking by, it has a spine with the cover in it, and then the front and back has a cover on it, and it's easily recognizable for your team. So this is a template, and it's only with your benefit in mind. I just want to make sure that I'm able to deliver a lesson for you guys today. So there are pieces of this plan that I'm not revealing in today's video, but I am going to share some juicy stuff, all right? So here we go. One of the things I like to do is for you to definitely tell me your name and the name of your childcare business, and if you're about to hire any new teachers. So I'm going to show you some things. Now make sure that you have your onboarding and your preliminaries completed before you move into this portion of training. All right, so this training is for teachers that have made it through the preliminary context of their training, and they've gone through the onboarding, and now they are in your classroom. And I believe that whenever you put a teacher in your classroom, you got to give them tools. You got to give them what they need and empower them to succeed. So the first SOP, which is your standard operating procedure that I want to go over, that's inside of this template today. You probably can't see it, but this is a lesson plan layout for a year. So when I first got started in childcare, I just, was like, hey, lesson plans due every 2 weeks. That wasn't effective. That doesn't work, and it did not put me in position where I was prepared to review their lesson plans. So I had to learn that if I systemize my calendar by having a time when the lesson plan is due and the time period that the lesson plan is due, will all be on one accord. So that's one of the documents that's a part of my classroom management binder. Then the next step is I took and I created 4 semesters. So this is what we call a schedule. All right, this is my curriculum schedule, and I broke down my curriculum schedule into 4 semesters. So you have your full 3 semesters of learning curriculum, and then you have your 4th semester, that's your summer program and preschool graduation. So these 4 semesters pretty much take me through a full year. Hello everybody, welcome. All right, and then after that, I also provide them with my daily lesson plan flow. All right, so now this lesson plan flow is different from an ordinary lesson plan. All right, so this is where I prepare them for the most important parts of my children's day. All right, so the most important part of my children's day is their arrival, the circle time, the center time, and the closeout. So although the children aren't in the classroom during closeout time, I train my teachers to prepare for the next day by having what they need laid out in the classroom. And so that's why I put it inside their classroom manager, because it prepares them for the most important parts of the day. Then the next portion of their manager is the developmental milestones, assessments, and progress reports, because I teach my teachers learning domains, and I teach my teachers some of our learning standards, and these are expectations that I've set, and what comes next. So what comes next is my curriculum, and I don't know if I told you guys about that, but let me go back over it again if I didn't. So I have my own proprietary curriculum layout. There it is right there, right? And so with my own proprietary curriculum layout, I provide this to them in their classroom manager binder, because this is going to empower them to know exactly what I'm expecting of them. When we have our trainings and our meetings, these are documents that's already inside of the planner that they are required to bring with them in our training. All right, so then the next portion of our classroom manager is what I call Jumpstart guide. So here is the Jumpstart guide. So inside of this Jumpstart guide, I give my teachers images that coincide with my lesson plans. Now, many of you may use your pre-created curriculum, and they give you a guide as well. Of course, I am a product creator and I'm a visionary, so I have created my own curriculum, and I've created my own curriculum guide. So I call it a Jumpstart guide, because this is my system that I've always used in my business once I received the wisdom to know that I wanted to expand. I wanted to have multiple locations, and I couldn't continue running it without systems. So I developed my own systems that worked for me, so that I could become a small town celebrity, so to speak, just number one in my environment, okay? And so I created what we call a Jumpstart guide for them, where they follow images that coincide with the lesson plan, all right? And then I just give them several semesters of that in there, so they have the activities that I want for them to do. And then I also planned and organized according to semester, according to what they're reading, according to the theme. I also organized their vocabulary words. So inside of this binder, which you can see, I give the teachers the vocabulary words for each semester. I have my vocabulary words organized based on semester and based on theme. So if we had a back to school theme, or if our theme was all about me, then guess what would be our vocabulary words? So the vocabulary words would include the words me, all. So that's how I teach my children, because if I have a theme that's all about me, the teachers are utilizing that theme in their morning discussion. The children are now able to see the words around the room, and that's how we teach our vocabulary words. So I have my vocabulary words coincide with my semester, which coincides with my themes. And so we have vocabulary words for 4 semesters, as you can see here. Each workbook is a semester. We have our numbers by semesters. We have our alphabet by semesters. And that's how we flow. And so all of that is included as a part of the classroom manager. So I mean, there's so much more to this, but this is just a template that I wanted to show you guys, that it will be so beneficial that you put these systems in place so that you can train your teachers and they will be the best. Also, I just wanted to just point out real quick everything that you see here, the enrollment builder, the child care center, standard operating procedures, the classroom manager, the workbooks, the flashcards, the potty trainer, the quarterly agenda, the enrollment tracker, and my handbooks. All of this type of content and information is provided inside of the Blueprint course. So if you haven't become a part of the Blueprint course, I'd suggest that you do. All right, thank you guys. Let me look at some comments we have here. Let's see. Somebody says, good evening, everybody. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Robin. Okay, so Vanessa says, how often do you make sure that they are doing what you are teaching them to do? Well, this is the joy of having a system. This is what I love, because my systems coincide with everything. Okay, so all of my classrooms are on the same system. All of my locations are on the same system. So if I walked in my after school location and there were cars and blocks and birds being utilized in the classroom, because I can tell based on my theme, and then I walked into my T1 room and there were cars, birds, and blocks, and I walked in my T2 room, there were cars, birds, and blocks, and I walk through all my classrooms, I can tell based on the activities that they're doing in the classroom that they're following the system. Then one of the operational procedures that I put in place is that I meet with my team every semester. So this is critical, and I think if you learn to do this, that it will be a game changer for you. But the reason why I broke my curriculum into semesters is because it is too much information to try to teach my teachers at one time. So what I do is I break my curriculum into 10 weeks. Now I'm going into the blueprint course, okay? I break my semester into 10 weeks. And on the 9th week, it's a mandatory training. And then on the 10th week is when we do our report cards, assessments, and parent meetings. So that way, I've already met with my team on the 9th week. I've already trained them in that classroom manager what's next for their class. They've already gone over the lesson plans. They've already gone over and reviewed the Jumpstart guide, which shows them the images. We've had some finger plays for them to do. We've had some activities for them to do as if they were children themselves. We've made the training that fun. And then when it's time for them to implement it, they would have already experienced the curriculum, hands-on with the curriculum, and met with me and know my expectations. So walking through, and somebody says she's sick. Why are you sick? So walking through your site and knowing what to look for and having a team that you've trained to help you is essential. So that's it, you guys. It's fun for me because that's the way my mind think, and I'm set up for multiple streams of income. And when you're set up for multiple streams of income, you think differently, you do differently, therefore you have different results. All right, so that's it, you guys. Thank y'all so much for joining. Let's see.